Today I'm going to show you some tips and tricks on how to detail emblems. Now when you're detailing a full vehicle, a lot of people often miss out on the emblems, but the emblems are a difficult place to clean and they often take a little bit more care than detailing the rest of the vehicle. So hopefully this video helps you out on getting your emblems looking good and finishing the whole detail of your car. Now detailing a car isn't just about washing the vehicle or cleaning the wheels or cleaning the windows. It's actually about getting the fine details of the vehicle and making the whole picture look amazing. And a lot of things that are often overlooked are the emblems. So if you have a car like a BMW, a Mercedes, an Audi, a Honda, or actually any type of vehicle where the emblems protrude off the paint, you might notice that a lot of dirt and grime builds up in between the emblems. And that's because most emblems are actually stuck on the paint and they have a little gap where they touch the paint, where things like dirt can get trapped. If you wax the car a lot, wax can also get trapped around the emblem. And if you look at maybe like a Mercedes or a BMW where they have the numbers of the vehicle, like let's say 320i or 530i or maybe like E63, around those little letters and numbers builds up a lot of contamination like overspray, rail dust, brake dust, oxidation. A lot of stuff builds up on the emblems. On Audis, a lot of people usually really clean the bigger part of the circle ring, but where the rings meet, there is an area where they don't normally get cleaned. So I'm going to show you tips and tricks today on how to detail the emblems just right. Now we're going to be using a couple products. We're going to be using a bottle with some water and a sprayer. We're going to use some Mr. Pink car wash shampoo, or you can use your favorite car wash shampoo, whichever one you like. We're also going to be using some Chemical Guys clay luber, an OG yellow clay bar, a goat brush, this is going to be to clean the emblem, a fine detail brush if you need to remove any waxes, and a few microfiber towels. I like to use these green workhorse ones because they're going to be perfect for the job. So what you want to do is, you can do this while you're washing the vehicle. So you can wash the whole car and then do this process. I'm going to show you how I can do the process while you're washing the vehicle. This vehicle's already been washed, so I'm going to clean just the area on the emblems. So the first thing you want to do is scrub the emblems. Now, I like to remove all the dirt and everything from the emblem, and I like to get deep inside the cracks. Now, it's really hard to see on this, on the video right here, but on the emblem, there's actually like a little ridge. Maybe you can hear that on the camera, how my finger gets caught on that ridge. I need to clean all of that ridge and make sure that all of the debris is removed from the outer edge of the emblem, and plus I want the inside of the emblem to look good as well. So I'm going to use some soap and water. If you're washing your car, you can do this while you wash the car because there'll be soap and water on the car, but I'm going to use it in a spray bottle to concentrate the area. So I have some water right here. I'm just going to add like a little bit of Mr. Pink. There we go. Now you notice I didn't add very much. I just added a little bit. I'm going to put it right on here, and I'm going to shake up my bottle. There we go. Now this is a quick car wash solution to soak the area. Okay, boom, there we go. Got some nice sudsy water. So I'm going to use my sprayer and I'm going to soak the whole area. And notice when it comes out, it's real sudsy. It's going to clean the area real nice. Now to start off, I'm going to use the goat brush. Now this is a wood handle brush, so if it touches the paint, it's not going to scratch the surface. And I'm going to pre-soak my brush when I start. And now I'm going to clean the area. Now this is helping me get out around all of the area, and it's safe on the paint too. I'm not going to harm the paint while I'm scrubbing the emblem. Now I like to use fine detail brushes like this because they really help clean the emblem real deep and get any old wax out. I really don't like it when you get your car waxed and then they push all of the wax into the emblem and it starts to kill the look, because the emblem, I mean, a lot of people buy cars because the emblem looks good, it speaks about who they are, so you want to keep it clean and looking its best. Now if you have emblems that are a little smaller and you want to use a little bit of a smaller detailing brush, you can use this brush right here. This is a horsehair brush, and you can go all around the emblem to get into that deeper crack. And you notice my brush is turning kind of gray because there is actually dirt inside the emblem and I'm pulling it out. Plus this is plastic, so if it touches the paint, Just like that, it's not going to harm the surface. There we go. Now after I got the surface clean, I'm going to rinse it off a little bit. I'm going to use clay lube to rinse it off. You can use quick detail spray too, but clay lube works just good because I'm going to clay bar the surface right when I'm done. There we go. I know I got some drip on the bottom. I'm going to go ahead and clean that up as I move along, just to keep my work area looking very clean as we work. Now, if you have compressed air, you can use compressed air for this too. A lot of people like to use air to blow out the emblems to make them look the best. There you go. Cool. So now we're ready to move on to the next step. So now that our emblem's all clean of any dirt and any debris, I'm going to go ahead and clay bar the emblem. Now I'm going to use an OG yellow clay bar. This is an original formula clay bar. And this one I've had for a little while. As you can see, I have it all kept in the pack. But you can use the clay bar over and over and over again. And I'm going to show you why I use the clay bar in this situation. I'm going to grab a little piece. I don't need a big piece of clay. I only need a little bit to get this started. So there we go. So I have a little tiny piece of clay. Now what I'm going to do with the clay is I'm going to use it to get in between the cracks of the emblem. Now, on an older car, you're going to get a lot of buildup of oxidation and overspray inside the emblem. And if you take your car somewhere to get detailed like a car wash, they might clay bar every area of the car, but they won't go over the emblem. So we're going to go over the emblem to make sure it looks the best. So I'm going to saturate the area with the clay lube. I'm going to use the clay bar, and I'm going to go ahead and clay around the emblems. Now there's a reason I like the clay bar for this, is because the clay bar conforms to whatever shape I'm working on. So right now I'm working on these 4 rings, 4 Audi rings, and I'm able to get deep inside the emblem. As you notice right here, maybe you can see with my other hand, that you notice I'm able to get all around the ridge and even in between the rings on the Audi. That's the biggest or hardest thing, is you notice that, look at my clay bar, it actually conforms to the shape of the area that I'm working on. So I can get right in there, takes out all the oxidation, takes out any type of contamination, any type of overspray that's stuck inside the ring. Plus I'm cleaning the chrome ring as well. This is actually a plastic ring, but you can easily clay it, you can get it to shine back up again. There we go. So now, I don't know if you can see this on camera, but right around here, as you see all those little dirty spots, that's all the contamination that comes off of the emblem. Now, believe it or not, this car is like brand new. This is like 2015 model. It was made, I checked the door emblem, it was made at the end of 2014. So this car has been out for a long time, and it really does kill the look of the car when you have all of this contamination right on the emblem. So we want to get it to look as good as it can. Hopefully my camera guy can catch that for you. So now that I've clay barred the area, I'm going to go ahead and wipe it dry again. I can wipe down my area that dripped down. I like to do this when the car is being washed. I know after I wash this car, I wanted to make this video for you guys, so I don't want to leave the whole car wet while I'm doing this and making the video. Because if the car's wet, you can get water spots if the water's not completely clean, and that would be a shame. So when I detail the emblem, I like to take my microfiber towel and I'm going to wrap it around my finger. As you notice, I'm going to take my finger, I'm going to put it right here, and I'm going to wrap the microfiber towel around my finger, and that's going to allow me to clean all the places in the emblems. This is a trick I like to use when drying it out, and I want to make sure I dry it all completely for my next step. So now we're going to get ready to add a little protection to the Audi emblem. Now on the rest of this car, I'm actually using a jet seal on this car. Has a nice coat on there, but what I like to do is I like to make sure that I protect the emblem without putting any more wax or sealant in the little cracks around the emblem. That's what really causes it to look at the worst. So I'm going to take some hybrid V7 and I am going to put it all over the whole emblem. Now, if your emblem has scratches, like this one actually has like a weird like swirl in the middle, you can clean that up with polish. So I'm going to clean up these insides of the emblems really quick with just a little bit of polish, and then I'm going to seal up the whole emblem using V7. So let me go grab a little bit of polish and we'll clean it up and then seal it going. So now I got some V36 finishing polish. This is actually a cutting polish, and I'm going to clean up the inside of the emblems a little bit. Now these two emblems right here had like light scratches on the inside, maybe from a dealer trying to clean it too hard on the inside. But I'm going to try and clean it up the best I can by hand, since a machine just won't fit in there. Now I want to be careful I don't use too much polish, because if I use too much polish, I will actually shove polish in the cracks and it'll look horrible. So I'm going to use the corner of my microfiber, and I'm only going to use a little tiny dot. There we go. I'm going to use a little tiny dot, and I'm just going to work in the polish in the center of the emblem. Now there's no way for me to like move the microfiber towel around enough to fix the scratches in here, but I'm going to move it around the best I can to improve the look. There we go. Sometimes when you buy a car, the dealership might scratch the car when detailing it. That's why you got to do your own detailing. If you want it done right, do it yourself, right? So we're just giving it a good cleanup right here. I'm going to switch hands so my hand can get a rest, my right hand. Now when you're polishing by hand, I like to use a microfiber towel for small areas like this, just because an applicator pad would not fit in here. Okay, so now that's done, I'm going to take my microfiber towel and I'm going to buff off any excess polish in the emblem. And that's the best I'm going to be able to do. There's really no way to correct it even more. It wasn't a big deal. You didn't notice it that much. But as a detailer, I notice practically everything on a car. So if your car has swirls, I notice it's there and I want to fix it. Okay. There we go. That's done. So now I'm going to move on to my last step, and I'm going to go ahead and use some hybrid V7 spray sealant. So now that I got the whole area cleaned up and polished the best I could, I did the best I can to get in there to make it look good. It looks pretty good now. I'm going to go ahead and apply some protection. Now the rest of the car is using jet seal, but I don't want to shove jet seal in the cracks, and if it dries, it might create a white look around the emblem. So I'm going to use hybrid V7. I'm going to spray it on the emblem, and I'm going to wipe it down. Now this is going to give it 6 months of protection, and it's going to keep the emblem looking its best. Because a lot of times, I mean, the emblems they are overlooked. A lot of people overlook the emblems. They think, oh, it's just an emblem. It's not a big deal. But a lot of people buy cars, you know, because the brand speaks a lot about them. And if you're at a car show and people are looking at the cars, they really want the best look. Let me grab another microfiber towel. There we go. I wanted a fresh, soft microfiber towel for the last final wipe down. There we go. Now I think that really does look its best. The emblem does look a lot better than it did before. And hopefully this can help you out detailing your own car's emblems. I know on the front of my Mustang, it has a pony right in the front, and I do this same method to clean the pony to keep it looking good because it's right on the front. It gets a lot of bugs, it gets a lot of debris that hits the pony, and it really kills the look of the car. So this method is going to work on the front of the car too. The front of the car has the 4 rings, the Audi rings, on the grille, and the grille is all plastic. So I'm going to use the same method, just be very careful and make sure I clean the emblem. So hopefully this helps you guys out. If you want to pick up any of the products we used in this video, like our Mr. Pink shampoo, which is one of our best-selling shampoos, our Hybrid V7, which is an amazing spray sealant, our V36 polish, our clay luber, or our clay bars, which are super high quality, and that's really what made this job the best. You can pick it up on our website, chemicalguys.com, where we have literally hundreds of detailing products. We have everything you need to detail any type of car. And we make all these videos just for you. So if you like this video, if you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. We really appreciate it. If you like all of our videos and you enjoy this and you want to see more, click subscribe. We put out new videos every single week. Sometimes we put them out every day. So if you stay tuned, if you subscribe, you'll see more awesome videos and more tips and tricks on how to keep your car looking the best, because the only way to make your friends jealous is to keep your car looking the best. So hopefully this helped you out. Go to the website, check it out, but always remember, have fun, stay clean, and keep on detailing.